Not everyone knows it, but Vilnius, the picture book pretty capital of Lithuania, is home to its very own, semi-serious microstate. The neighbourhood of Užupis proclaimed its independence from the rest of the city after the fall of the Soviet Union just under 20 years ago. And today, Užupis has its own flag, emblazoned with an open hand signalling friendship and openness, plus a tongue-in-cheek written constitution. The area, skirted by a meander of the Vilnia River, was once the domain of leather manufacturers, fur traders and down-and-outs. But latterly, thanks to cheap rents and its location outside the Baroque-style Old Town, it's become popular with artists, poets and free thinkers. Their arrival has fostered a uniquely creative atmosphere, and before long, the city's creatives and entrepreneurs followed. Darius Udris is head of Go Vilnius, a new city branding and tourism agency. He lives in a former photographer's studio in a sedate courtyard.
As you cross the smaller of the two rivers that run through Vilnius, the Vilnelė, and you come into Užupis, which means beyond the river, this neighborhood has a certain quaint charm and a certain peacefulness about it. I would say it's a very closely knit urban community. It has its own identity. We have a constitution that it just so happens is right outside my window, and I see the crowds coming by and reading the constitution. It has all sorts of humorous rights and other things listed there that all Ujupians, if we can call them that, are supposed to enjoy.
The pastel-hued houses, neat cobbled streets and half-hidden courtyards give Užupis a relaxed and friendly air. Shoe shop owner Yegor Chishikov is in the process of creating a map that will help newcomers navigate the hidden alleyways and doorways of this artsy quarter. Here, long-time residents happily rub shoulders with newcomers and visitors. Yeva Mataleon-Ita is a third-generation Ujupian. She works at the gallery Art Incubator and lives above the neighbourhood's post office with her mother and young children.
This is my home. This is my whole world, actually. And I think it's a continuous creation of my family, which started with my grandparents right after World War II. My grandfather was a sculptor and he taught at the art academy. He found this place which was very close to his work. And I still have his diary where he says, it's a lovely place and I will bring my Yulia here.
New businesses, including a food shop, bakeries and restaurants, all cite cheaper rent and a proximity to the city centre as reasons for opening up shop in Užupis. But most of all, they like the area's quirk. One of them is Justina Skordalita, a budding interior designer who recently opened a pretty retail space named Smart Art.
Užupis was my dream place, actually, because it's very cozy, it's very arty. I was learning at the art academy, which is really near here. In my free time, I was walking around, just exploring this place, so it was something which was inspiring me.
Turning a corner here may reveal a wall mural, a cafe, or one of the area's 7 bridges. Getting by isn't an issue for locals, however. Everybody here seems to know their neighbours. Recent arrival Sigitas Zumaitis, owner of restaurant Sweet Root that serves seasonal Lithuanian cuisine, loves the neighbourly relations here.
Even though we are really in a close neighbourhood, you still, most of the time, are getting into relation with the people, with the partners, with the entrepreneurs, the businesses that you have some kind of the similar philosophy or similar ideas behind. We really like going down the street and having 3 liters of the dark beer from Spunka, the local pub, and getting it back to the restaurant, and because we braised the beef ribs overnight using the dark beer.
No longer an artsy outlier, the popularity of Užupis is full-blown. Although regulations prohibit new buildings being built higher than those that are already here, new development continues apace, and even the former mayor of Vilnius has moved in. How's that for establishment credentials? While older residents have mostly remained and the neighbourhood continues to attract a steady stream of newcomers, there's a feeling here that change is afoot.
I'm not sure what will happen with this area. There is a, worst case scenario, we will become a tourist attraction selling souvenirs, which I hope will not happen. And best case scenario, we will find new interesting ways and make Užupis better, more interesting and attractive, lively place to be.
For Monocle in Vilnius, I'm Josh Fennett.